Tiger knows his stuff. Like,
yeah.
no, he knows when he wants to force 50-50s. He knows when he wants to hit buttons. He knows when he wants to guard. And right now, he knows he wants to hit a lot of buttons. I like it. He started here.
Yep, he definitely knows his stances. That's the thing. Like, if you play against a Talon player, they all know the strength of their stances and stuff. And so, like Gro, who has Adventure, there are places where you get to interrupt, and he did an excellent 2A to stop the offense, and that's really going to affect Sweaty for the rest of the game, I could swear.
Oh, nice Ukemi there, avoids the death. But nice reaction from Sly Tiger. Sly Tiger looking real strong that first game. See if he can keep it going. Of course, like you were saying, Gro, a very interesting character. We all know the man as the anime Soul Charge man. So let's see how that plays the effect for today's matchup.
I think my favorite part is that his cast looks like it looks like Zwei, that is cultured. That character was terrible.
Shout out culture. Nice job by Sly Tiger, just enforcing his will right now. A lot of Horis looking real impressive right now. Gets the untechable grab out of Wind Charmer, looking real solid.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I feel like you have to leverage Gro's range against Talon, but it's kind of risky because Sly Tiger ain't no slouch. He's actually quite good at neutral with this character, probably one of the best. He's not overly reliant on the kind of gimmicky components of the character, namely stance stuff.
And right now, Sly, pretty impressive from Sweaty Spaghetti. Hanging on to that meter because as soon as Gro has meter, you're in the danger zone. And good, nice Burt right there. Good interruption. And Sly Tiger trying to get that cancel there, not able to get it going.
I like it, the Sweaty 3B. That's what, actually, if you watch for when he just does random launchers, that's actually his greatest strength. He's really good at just landing them.
It's great if it works, right?
Yeah.
Those things. Oh man, gets clipped right there. Looks like he was stepping. Nice GI.
That was solid.
Little pressure, break attack, take his turn right back.
Yeah, multiple plus frames right there.
That's what he's respected. He's respected, but again, you are anime made Gro. You want to use that soul charge when you get it, soul charge to get off the button. You can create some offense here. Oh, Sly Tiger with the patented Talon 6K just ending it there. Sly Tiger felt really comfortable there. You can see there was a lot of it was kind of like a glide, cruise control for Sly Tiger. Where Sweaty Spaghetti had his moments where it looked really dicey, and then he started to get something going when he took that win, but then Sly Tiger just not able to make that soul charge happen. And when you're playing Gro, you gotta get that soul charge off. We got a character switch here. Okay.
Huh.
Be a nice matchup.
I think it makes sense. He lost mostly in the stance game, almost entirely. I think every time he went into Adventure, he got 2A'd or blocked. And yeah, Cassandra is a good pick because you don't have to really do that. You just annoy your opponent with stronger pokes, and you're also to be able to keep your turn a little bit stronger. So we'll see how this pans out. That being said, when you switch off your main, it's still not really that easy, and especially against like Talon, where you gotta. There are moments where I think like the problem about Talon is that if your opponent knows that that some stuff is plus on block, they start getting into this comfort zone where they start throwing out highs that are plus, and you're just like, well, if you block it, they're like, okay, well, I'm out. I get to do whatever I want. And right now, this doesn't seem to be changing right now.
It really isn't, but what was heartbreaking for Sly Tiger, gets that double wall splat, couldn't get the follow-up to happen. Oh, that was heartbreaking, but great composure from Sly. Even though you were making a great point, though, Kamai, about the, kind of like, you want to stick with your main in Calibur. That's typically, like, historically the best thing. I like this Calibur, SoulCalibur 6 in general, because I think co-maining, even multi-maining, is a really strong thing in this game, and we've seen a lot of really good players, especially on like the online circuits that we've been watching over the last few months. They have multiple characters at their disposal, and they run through people. So let's see if Sweaty Spaghetti can make the Cass pick happen here, because it's just one of those things where Cass is a really strong character, even online. Nice soul charge to get off the buttons.
Oh no! I'm not sure what the plan was. That string is not interruptible, if I'm not mistaken, unless you like duck the first parts.
Yeah, I guess he was trying to, just basically make something happen. There. It was a nice 3B.
Yeah, there's the Sweaty special.
All right, goes for the vert, gets stepped there. Sly Tiger not having a huge follow-up. The wall splat.
Oh yeah, nice little delay there to get the full damage on the 4B counter hit.
Sly Tiger right now just having fun with Talon. All right.
Yeah.
Spaghetti, the get off me button, soul charge. What's gonna do with it? Beyblade.
A Beyblade, yeah, standard.
Yeah, just let it rip. I don't blame him.
We're getting our flow. You know, like this is the first time I've ever talked to this man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just met you, and I feel like I've known you for a while, man.
Well, you've been playing this game. That's pretty much, this is my identity, so it's kind of weird like that. But Sly Tiger off to a good start. Already has good counter hit timing.
Already almost.
Oh, here it is. That's minus.
We were talking about that. Watch your minus button. Sly Tiger just right now making his column look very fun.
Yeah. No interaction.
Yeah, he's just enforcing his will, you know, with his opponents right now. Our goal, Yoha, to go for the break attack conversion on that.
Oh. Whoa, what that 4-4-B? What? Like, I don't know where universe that was. Oh!
Hitting butt is party time.
Yo.
That was cute.
That was pretty amazing.
Our goal, Yoha, knowing what he wants to do, and he has to guess out of the AGS. That's the wrong guess, Sly.
I don't want to be that guy right now, but I have to be that guy. I think this connection's probably really wild.
Nah, I think they're solid right now. It is 2B that we're talking about. You can have the most flawless connection, and it's still 2B online. You got to deal with this beautiful soul charge, not eating the plus frames on that. Here we go. Great block by Yorha, understanding that low is coming.
Okay, it goes for the safe version. Immediately soul charge, get the turn back. Nice. Oh, the Superman!
Call him out.
Yo, man.
Close to the wall. Oh, he actually got
he's
the
like,
wall.
he's about to explode. And he gets Oki. Ah! Oh, nice interruption.
Oh, my special. Sly Tiger sealed it. He's trying to catch and block it.
Okay, AGS.
Grab attempt. The grab attempt delay. Oh, Yorha knows what he's doing.
Oh, interesting route. Usually most people go for a 4-4-B right there. Oh, no.
Yeah, the conversion there was a little weak by Yorha, but the delay AGS grab was fantastic. He caught me with that too. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to grab the first time. Good job by Sly Tiger though, not being phased. Duck on the A.
He's just dancing. Okay, force the soul charge out. Oh, wow.
Ooh,
nice little micro step on the side. Woo. Yo. Going up.
Nice little BBBBB. Take the damage where you can get it, respectfully. That's one Rising K.
Man, he's just never running out of meter.
I like where Yorha's head is with the meter. It's just like, don't let Sly get like too comfortable. Like, you can see the comfort, but the meter is gonna force him to just kind of like lay back a little bit unless he soul charges back. I like the aggression from the Yorha, but we just got to see, like you said earlier, Kalmai, we got to see less whiffs, and we got to see better conversions, you know, when they count. Because, like, at the wall, you know, he had him really nasty with that AGS back throw, and then it just kind of was like, nothing happened there. Whereas Sly Tiger right now is absolutely feeling himself.
Yeah. Sly is capitalizing on something I think Yorha is trying to do, which is he's trying to go for, like, really weird up body timings. By like mashing when he gets hit. Against Harlem, when you have the health deficit, that's actually what they want you to do. So I think he needs to kind of slow it down. If he's having a health deficit, he's got to block it out a little bit more.
That was fantastic. Charming right there. Right now, just forcing his pressure again. Let's see if Yorha's costume power up plays any factor here.
Oh, man, he's just going to school right now.
Literally. Watch your feet.
Battle 2. Fight.
Sly Tiger chefing it up. What's he cooking?
What was he cooking? Well, right now he's cooking up a win right now. Oh my god!
He's working. Let that man cook.
Yo, man, he's doing the ratatouille.
The ratatouille. Oh, he's trying to work that breakable water. His advantage here, wasn't able to get it. Right. Like where this is going, both players using a lot of highs, just keeping each other in check with low. Got him ducking.
Yeah, both players. Oh no, he got me! No. Okay, no, he's blocking it out. He's blocking it out. Okay, good.
So this time CE, you can get clips.
Nice little punish there. Triple A. Nice duck.
Beautiful on the AGI. No, duck on that.
Potential for
Right now, Sly Tiger looking on point. All right, using some range. Oh, watch yourself though. We were talking about earlier. 2B a fantastic character at multiple ranges, but a lot of unsafe options. Good 1B. Nice.
Ooh, wow! I got him raw and uncooked. It gave him. He gave him the tartar, man.
Nice
All
hold
right.
on that 4K. Oh, there it is.
I think he dies. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh,
Goes for a reset.
almost. Gonna
Great soul
splash.
charge, actually.
He does with it. Oh, the soul
Oh.
charge back. He said, "I'm not scared. I'm cooking."
Oh,
Hey, cooking.
you should be
Hey,
scared
cooking,
though.
No. Actually, I'm gonna wake up. Good job by TR.
Battle 4.
Man, it's soul charge, man. Like, oh, goes for the delay version.
DI. Gets that 3 damage.
Oh yeah.
Opting for the soul charge conversion.
Yep.
Still gets more damage. Okay, Yor, how you been labbing?
What's up the gun?
Oh, he
Wow,
catches him
catching backstab.
Catches him this time with this.
This is looking like one of those 2B rounds.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm surprised he didn't go spin dash there. Try to go for the ring out. Sly Tiger pretty notorious for that at the ring's edge.
he actually did that earlier, so he probably was like, well, it's not gonna work a second time.
Yeah, sometimes the mix-up is, you know, what you don't throw out, right?
Yep.
Nice pressure.
Oh, that was sick. Oh, I
Crush!
thought.
Then he doesn't convert. He doesn't opt in for the thrust. He catches Sly Tiger trying to clip. Oh, okay.
Oh my! You went for Jimbo Nader round start. He's wilding out, yo. You gotta relax. You have to relax. You're
Killing himself.
maybe a little bit too much, man.
Oh,
The rat's in the
and
kitchen.
he still has meter. No!
Oh!
The Windjammer impeccable grab, catch him.
You want to be able to be like, okay, this is a string. Time to make sure he feels like a dummy for doing it, and then the game kind of transitions from there. But we'll see how this goes. We've got a big map, so this is very much, I think, in favor of Nightmare at the start. But we'll see if Therum can start applying the pressure, because they're right up across the personal. So this is kind of like an even game, I think, from the analysis. But
Gotta watch that armor. Right now, Therum's just trying to reach out. Trying to go for the A6, trying to catch him reaching. Gets him with the get-up.
No way.
Watch yourself, Sozo. Oh, I like that.
hey, Stalker K.
Yeah, he faked out the, got the
Oh,
low
nice.
blow. But that's more knowledge check that we're talking about. For BA,
Battle 2.
not get that done.
Oh, whoa. Completely raw 6-6B. Catch him. All right, 6-6 kill.
See that red stuff. Good stuff kids go for. Pressure. Beautiful health lead.
Oh,
There it is.
Run up one.
And what I tell you, wrong 1A. Trying to
Yeah.
tell you to do things sometimes.
Yeah, it's true, because like when you get a low, unless it's like a hard knockdown, typically you use it to kind of get like sort of faux frame advantage, because you're interrupting your opponent's like rhythm, but you're not really that plus on lows. So armor is really good because it's a kind of like, oh, you're gonna press a button because you want to sort of leverage your advantage, right? Well, I have armor, haha.
Beautiful duck by Solo. Yeah, and like you said, the armor just coming in clutch. Oh, he finished that string. You gotta be careful with that. That's a knowledge check right there.
Oh,
Oh,
back throw.
catches him while he was turned.
Oh, that's
gets
nice.
the 3-3B. What are you gonna do with it?
Hey.
Blocked a little too early. Therum back in
Battle
this.
4.
Got the soul charge, or sorry, soul attack even earlier, and that hurt him. And right now, Taki 3B is too. That was a little too rough right there. Nightmare's big old sword gonna
Ooh.
do. Oh, okay.
Oh no, he's
watch
dead.
yourself. Nothing to do it. Watch her just sink into the drink.
Oh,
Alright,
into that
Sozo
Indian
Lion,
Ocean.
He knew. He knew. Therum was trying to get away with some, you know, hockey, like knowledge checks. And then when
Welcome
they
to
do
the stage of history,
not get called out,
retold.
they're pretty detrimental. Like 4BA, you know, and you can go into possession. Sozo knew, it's like, I'm not letting you do this for free. And thank goodness, because that definitely made that matchup a little one-sided. Therum
Yeah.
not out of this. He's showing signs of life, and if he can make the correct reads, like Conmai was saying, better 3B usage, maybe a little bit more guarding, you know, just something to just kind of throw off Sozo Line's pressure, because every time he gets that red stuff, it's go time.
It's coming down to like 6-6B round start being successful twice in a row.
Battle
You want to deny him terror charge first, and then I think the rest of the game goes, yeah, there we go. Because like he found comfort.
That damage. 6B plus K. 6B plus K having a lot of utility, lethal hits on highs.
Oh,
Hey, that's linear. Big grab. Take that 6B again. 2A. Finish the string, didn't believe.
Oh.
Armor.
Ooh, he's kind of in a
Get
weird
up,
position,
kid.
but he
Sozo
makes it work.
Line, what are you doing?
I can feel that coming too.
Hey, when Tachi's feet are facing you, that becomes faster. Oh,
Yeah, man. You like those toes? Oh, man.
Aaron, like, again, showing signs of life.
Ooh, there we go.
Full commitment. Take the possession. Nice play. Finishes the string. Interesting option.
Yeah, there's like no business of Nightmare trying to challenge blocking possession B, I think. So good call out.
Oh, nice 6-6 beat. What you gonna do with it? Takes the block move. Takes the second one. He's starting to cook. I know what that is. That shot by Calibur. Not getting the counter hit though on that string. Look at the red stuff. This is the BB string. It's not valid. I'm gonna eat that.
Oh, he
that's
tried to go for the
definitely not
invincibility,
valid.
but didn't have enough frames.
Whoa! He tried to risk it all.
That was actually kind of the right play. I mean, like, it's basically a stance destroyer, but yeah, I guess it's too fast.
Gotta chill out. Oh, he's gonna force block his precision. I think this is the first time we've seen it.
Grab.
Right, front throw.
Alright.
Oh!
Damn.
That's gonna hurt. Oh, that was a beautiful conversion. Solo line saying, hey, I know how to play Nightmare.
Oh my god.
Soul attack has been
Oh, he got it?
absolutely unsuccessful, but he's gonna get this here. It's gonna be big damage, but a huge mountain to climb out of meters. Gotta watch yourself. That guard gauge is flashing. Soldier Line knows what's up. Oh, baseball slide. Oh, Soldier Line hits a button.
Oh my god.
The crouch. Oh.
He was trying to 9K. Good call out by Therum though.
Oh man. Doesn't get the red stuff, so that's a win there.
Keep the leg, goes for the mid. A nice gunpowder kick right there.
Nice. Gonna take possession. The get off me button. Good job by Soldier Line recognizing that pressure. Man, 3B and soul attack from Taki has been
Oh, good night, sweet
rough,
prince.
and that's gonna do it. That's why
It's
Nightmare's
great.
top 5. Watch yourself.
If one player gets ahead, the other sort of has to deal, because neither of these characters have particularly strong, like, kind of like small poke tools to like stop pressure from going on. They have to kind of make a big commitment or risk getting like blown up pretty hard. So we'll see how this goes. But right now,
oh man, that conversion gets that red stuff. One thing I will
so
say
kill,
that
kill.
Bird did that is very it's respectable in my eyes. You see a lot of Ivies opt in for like that mid-range, long-range kind of play. He down Nightmare the beginning of the last round and ran in. That's probably why he ran in. XSS.
Nice. That was actually pretty good because it's, you know, that low's a double string. It's usually a timing check. If you try to punish it early, you get hit. And so like he was just like, you know what, I think you're gonna do it single twice. So good stuff.
Oh, they should put that counter hit again. Little Line's been really feeling that 4KK.
Oh, gets got by
Christmas.
Christmas.
Pop, word right there, showing signs of life. We like it. 6-6B, seeing a lot of success with that move, and it just hurts once you get launched by it.
Whew.
Oh, look at the conversion. Whole lot of red on that.
Yo,
Nice drill.
got that oil. Oh,
Oi.
goes for it again, but nope.
Take the damage there. Gonna create some space. And again, I respect what Word is doing. Nice CS. He creates the knockdown from a long range and then goes in. I think that's throwing off his timing. In fact, not there, but he caught him stepping.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Like, so
or hitting a button.
Sozo Lion dropped, I think, the game-winning Oki right there, so he's probably hitting himself on the head. But, of course, he just walks up and is like, 6-6B, I'm going to do it again.
Oh! Oh my
Nice break.
goodness, the CS to interrupt the... Oh, wow.
Ivy mains, they be churning that butter. Oh, the roll forward. I'm having deja vu. I've seen a lot of Nightmares do that, where, like, they'll go roll forward against Ivy on Oki and just, like, immediately counter hit her.
Chip, she's in literal like magic pixel. Oh my goodness. Oh, man. I'm really swinging in everybody's favor right now. I just fix the butter. That 6-6B again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Red stuff on that. Oh, caught him ducking. Right here. Burn the drill here to get the chip. Oh, that was huge. I think Solo Line should have fished for something else there instead of the 50-50. Oh man, Gonna get that red stuff. Soul charge right back. Beautiful duck.
Oh, big
drop the
though.
combo.
Yeah. Oh, he got up. No. Nice punish. Okay, sweep the leg. Yeah.
Oh, that works. All right. Word looking good. It was shaky at first. They're looking fine right now.
He's getting it together. He's got it. He's an old head. He's been to this rodeo before. He's like, oh, look at this fancy old like nightmare. It's like, you know what? I still got classic Ivy, man. I've been playing this game since probably earlier than that. Now I think about it. Nice. Got Ivy Bloodborne.
And definitely, that is the Bloodborne hat.
Yeah, Bill Bloodborne.
Shout out Yarnum.
All right, let's see if the stage change does anything. It's a little bit more wide open. We didn't see any ring out, so I don't think it's going to affect the gameplay that much. They still have a lot of space to move around.
I will tell you this, though. I think a lot of the cast likes this stage. It's a very neutral stage compared to some of the other ones. A lot of good stuff can happen here. Oh, nice stuff. Wall rising beat, finding its mark. Oh,
that was filthy. That was gross, dude.
Caught him on his wake up.
Woo!
That catches his dunk and watch yourself, Solo. Watch
Yo.
yourself.
Word is just having his way.
Another one. Remember, Ivy can be technically classified as a grappler.
Yeah.
That's seeing that right now from Word. From those guys to advantage. Sweet.
Battle two.
Pop off there by Word. Oh, 660.
Dude, I swear to God, he's almost like 100% on 6xb on round start. I don't know why, but it's working.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it for real. Oh, nice plus frame. Trying to hit a button and get that free damage follow up. Right, let's see if he goes for the chip here. Oh, nice. CS.
Grab him.
Trying to go for it again. All right, let's go for it again. Good job by Color Line. Kind of came.
Oh.
Yep. Wall rising cave. Weather the storm. Nice job by Sozo Line.
That was kind of ambitious attempt at Oki. It wasn't really. It was like I think he was going for like a side tack.
Oh man, the reversal edge gets called out there. Huge.
Oh, nice knock, damn!
Oh man!
Yo, what is he doing? he just pulled out the KG.
I think that might have been a fat finger. That wasn't intentional.
Yeah. I respect it though. Okay, this time it didn't land. All right, good.
Calling out right there. Even at that awkward angle, still managed to get the full conversion there. Right, Sozo Line, getting ready to party here. Oh, just straight up terror charge.
Oh, the clash! All right, say hold. Yeah. Yo, he walking left side to side, barely. Okay, nice duck. All right, here we go. See what the Oki looks like. Okay, goes to soul attack. Gonna have a lot of pressure, going for some great timings. Oh, that's really good. Oh. Yo.
Go to game 5. You never want to get splat when you don't have a lot of health. It just makes your mind go into a different mode. Pressure from Ivy to get off these buttons. Sozo Line, he's getting ready to cook himself. Oh, he just hopped in. Takes the grounded state. He's gonna burn the rim stride right there. Nice. Got some red stuff.
Oh, nice.
Still being super aggressive. I think it should slow it down a little bit. Sozo Line's thinking, what kind of interaction was that?
He got him.
Finishes the strip. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Caught him standing there.
Finishes the unblockable.
Woo.
You saw Word just kind of constantly last game, just getting the best of Sozo Line, and he just was able to convert and finish. Let's see if he can do the same here, because like I said, I don't think this is a matchup where he entirely wins it.
Yeah, I don't think this is really matchup based. This kind of gets to the nitty gritty of like how you can identify a player's choice of timings. That was a great RE actually.
Next question, rock, paper, scissors. Goes for the B.
Yeah, doesn't get much off of it.
Pressure on the guard. Oh, watch yourself. You can take the first. Nice CS.
Behind the CS. That's messed up.
This is where it gets dangerous against Fermentris. Every Zos player plays a little different in terms of how they're going to spend that curse. And you never know how Fermentris is going to spend the curse. And he spends it right there. Beautiful spend.
Oh my God! There it is.
That was a beautiful spend.
Oh man. That's the Oki, man. Like don't ever count him out. You get a knockdown against Fermentris, you're just gonna be like, well, I should probably pray.
That's what I was saying. Like, I just gotta watch out. She's gotta use those combos with, you know, at appropriate ranges, and she just has to just take the life lead like Word is doing right now. This is fantastic. So now you just want to zone a little bit more. Beautiful step into lethal hit. Woo! For much was trying to put him in a world of hurt, but ended up in a world of hurt himself.
Oh, nice.
Very interesting that very much is using the K ender on the 3A series, you know, very often. Oh man, he tried to get in.
Drop.
2-2 plus K. He fell out. Oh man, crouch here. You gotta watch out. Try to get him duck here. Doesn't get the counter hit. Something big. Oh, the nice little mid. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Man.
Oh.
Defend.
Oh my god, he's getting everything.
There.
Oh my god.
Oh man, thank goodness. He almost got mid. Both players sitting on a huge stockpile of resources. Very much is first.
Oh my god, just runs up, turning the butter. Dude.
Bird, that's what we like to see. That was the big brain right there. Big brain play. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Wow. He's ready to end. Much just has to answer here.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Forcing his will right now. Forcing crouch. Doesn't get anything. Brings him in. So watch yourself. 3+ on that 6AA. Duck on the K. I think he's trying to condition him here, or just see how many he can get away with before he. Oh
no
man!
way!
He almost got the lethal hit, but the CE gonna deny that. Oh,
that was messed up, dude.
BB lethal hit. Oh, now watch yourself. Good roll by Sarah Muntris. You take the curse here. Just take the free damage. Try to ring him out there.
Oh my god, what a kick!
You got caught! Oh, you hate to see it.
Oh no! Oh no! You can't be moving, my guy. You gotta relax. Oh my god, he had so much momentum and then just immediately got trashed by 3AB.
He's not taking the curse here. No, interesting. He's just taking the positioning. Get off me, though. What's Word gonna do? He tried to catch him from a far range with that 6A. Nothing on that. Gonna take the shotgun hit here. Oh, that's bad.
Oh no, he's getting it again. He's getting all the Oki he's ever wanted. Look at that damage.
He has to go. He knows his positioning. No way.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's not dropping that.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Everything went right those last 2 rounds. Oh my goodness. Montress. Stop.
It's crazy. Because like Word is kind of outplaying for the most part, but the problem is that I think he's been wrong on every single teching situation possible. Like every knockdown has been turning into 100 damage. That's gotta stop, man.
You know what's crazy? You're saying you're saying like he's kind of winning neutral. No, he is winning neutral.
He's winning neutral. He dies in 2 hits.
Much is using every tool he has to his disposal. You know, every time I see this guy play, he's show you putting on the Zox clip right now. Oh man, the 2B plus K just out of range. Great CS by Word. Reinforcing his will here.
Nice tug. Oh.
Oh man, I was curious to see if he spent the curse. He didn't spend. This was a bad spot. Oh, you got to duck immediately there. It's gonna hurt. Oh, he wasn't close enough. A little bit closer. That follow up could have been pretty detrimental. Key thing to note here: Fair Munches has meters. Word is not gonna be too happy about that.
Oh my god.
The curse.
Okay, doesn't pop it.
And the Oki. Huh. That was very interesting. I like that option.
That was really ballsy. I really respect the idea that Zoss is just gonna run up and Toryuken.
Yeah.
Man. That being said, dude, Word, every time he pokes you with like even something that's a little minus, he's ready to turn. It's pretty impressive.
Oh yeah. Oh, he got 2 of them things on him. He got 2 of them on him. Oh no.
Oh no, here we go. There he is.
Into the spin cycle you go, Ivy. Oh my goodness.
Nope, never mind.
But you're a small body. You're a small body. You got out of that. Nice. Oh, Word had one more chance. Oh my goodness. This is what I was talking about earlier, with this being slightly in Zoss's favor. Like, Word has wholeheartedly been winning this entire matchup in terms of that potential. Oh man, good cancel there. He's been winning this matchup in terms of grab potential, and just overall damage output.
Woo.
But now, just Fair Munchers is doing the craziness to come back, keep him in it. Oh, that didn't look like it was going to lethal hit. Max range, lethal hit.
Oh, wow.
Man, the low.
Huh.
Get it to work. Oh, these trades right now are not in Ivy's favor. Right, he's safe. Oh, what are you doing? Where he's safe? You gotta watch yourself. Finishes the string.
He wanted CS really badly.
What was that interaction? That's a big boy. That should have grabbed him. Oh, but if you're Word, you're happy about that.
Man, that was... Word's actually, I think, one of the few people that does go for the reset out of Serpent's Embrace. Most people offer like a button that is more physical, for lack of a better term, but like he's really on top of the throws. Oh God, look how far that reaches.
Oh, Josh has one of the better R-range in this game. Oh my goodness, look at the damage. Takes a curse back. Alright, he's backing up. Everybody's backing up. Don't be surprised if you see 2-2. Oh, he's trying to swag on him. That's the special. Don't be surprised though if you see 2-2 B+K from Fair Munchers. There it is. I was just about to make a comment on that. You gotta see that CS. That's been keeping Word in this. Right, the get off me button.
Oh.
Shot here. He got two of them.
Oh, he got it.
He gets the follow up here.
Nice.
Oh, my
Optimal.
Goodness. That's the optimal max damage ender to kill him.
Yeah.
That big axe, right? But I think a lot of Astaroths respect him because he's just like, okay, I'm not gonna do either. I'm just gonna knowledge check and then develop my game plan from there, whether I'm gonna play defensive or offensive. So, like I said, as soon as we see that first hard knockdown from Gorash, we're gonna see what he's thinking. Right
Yo,
now,
Ryan is wild in.
Ryan feeling it. I like it.
This guy has already unleashed Sophie moves that are like locked into like the games where you see like at like, you know, well, you're going to first to 10 and they're like, oh, okay, running out of options. Dude, nobody does that. Like literally nobody does the flip kick. Literally nobody does that in tournament. Nobody.
Ryan does.
Like this guy is wild.
Ryan said, I stay ready so I don't gotta get ready. I respect that, man. Block by Gorash, he does it again. It's working. He thought he was gonna finish there. He doesn't finish. Oh, Gorash is, he's at a loss for words right now. Oh, all right. Let's see here. 6B not finding his mark. All right, Gorash getting the put down a little bit. That might have been a misinput from Gorash. Gonna get the bull rush. Was gonna get the second bull rush. Excuse me? CE? Okay. Ryan is definitely on fire right now.
Dude. This is the weirdest Sophie I've ever seen.
Hey,
oh my god.
That's gonna kill. That's gonna kill.
This is actually insane. I've never seen a Sophie play this aggro in a hot minute.
Hey, it's working. Oh, Gorash with the immediate ready up.
Oh, he wants it. He's like, I can't believe.
Man.
He's still like, oh man, you know, like Zeph Sophie, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna get poked to death, you know, slow, methodical roll. It's like, no, like Ryan's like, hey, I'm like literally the craziest Sophie to ever exist. You ready to hold flip kicks? And like 1-1-A, like for like 6 years, like dude.
That giant lunge move that she has, like goes into low. You found a lot of success with that. I don't know what button that is exactly. You know when you see it.
There we go.
Not enough to get the ring out, but trying to get the ring out still. I think Gorash right now, he's also going a little too quickly. I think he slows down a little bit. Once he was able to create a slowdown, he'll be fine.
Literally nobody uses that strength. Hey! I think that's it.
Nah, I don't think that's gonna ring out. Is that a nasty? Oh, never mind. I'm wrong.
Got him. Got him, GG's.
That was the corner pocket.
Shake my hand. All right, now he's getting comfortable. Yeah, you can see full screen, just doing bull rush hold taunts, charges. Whoa!
Man, Sophie looks very elusive right now. I like it.
Yeah, this is like the slippery Sophie. I liking it too. He's going for the the most evil strings of all time. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the game plan. Just let the man wild out.
If I'm being brutally honest here, very truthful. I think it's the costume power up.
Yeah, it's the fish, right?
Oh man, he said I don't care about your costume. That fish off your head.
Something fishy's here. Oh, delays the string a little bit. I like it.
Yes.
Great soul charge though.
so used to Sophie's just letting that rip. It doesn't spin
Oh.
to win. It doesn't
Oh,
have
interesting.
When drops timing, he drops a little bit there. He's still safe. He hasn't fully finished him.
Oh, he's got it. He's got
That's gonna kill. That's,
Wait, he didn't kill.
Auto was gonna kill.
Oh, no.
I thought we were gonna get a ring out situation. Okay.
That was a little weird.
Battle 4.
Hey,
Fight.
oh, it is what it is. The match is so far.
Oh, my God.
Get the bull rush. Whoa, look at that grab range. She didn't even extend her hitbox there.
That was crazy. Oh, nice. The 2DB.
Having an
Oh,
Astaroth
what?
round. Forcing
No.
rock, paper, scissors.
Oh,
he's trying to ring
go
him
for B.
out.
Keep doing it. Go for B again. Oh, he could have.
Lost on that.
Oh, is she still ducking though?
Yeah, he's still
Yeah. That's a thing. All right, here we go. Up to the sky.
They're both out of meters, so let's see what happens now.
Big zonk.
Wasn't a lot of damage, but you know, it's still free damage is damage. You know, we take that. Oh yeah, that's gonna clip.
All right, I like the douche. That actually makes sense though, because the effective range that Ryan's been playing at has been just a little bit like couple character widths away. So the call out on doing a big move that covers that space, chef's kiss.
Yeah. Also, you gotta remember that move has a lot of huge hitbox, and when he does the charge in, it actually catches like step at certain ranges. So good move selection by Gorash, and Gorash feeling a little more comfortable. We got another costume power up here, and we're gonna take it to the Dorito. Let's see how this affects both players.
The Dorito, I love it. All right, well, it's not stopping Ryan from being bold. Oh, I've never seen that leave on my life.
That's gonna hurt! Oh, man!
What is
that?
it?
What a catch! I gotta give it up to Ryan though. Ryan knows, like, again.
Oh.
That knowledge check and stuff with Astaroth. Oh, he tries to catch him on the way to that.
Oh God!
Give it up to Ryan. He knows what he should do. He knows when he should. Oh, he tried to finish that. Great punch by Gorash. Oh,
Nice,
he got me
nice.
nervous. I thought he was gonna force rock paper scissors.
Battle 2.
I thought Gorash was gonna fall for it. 6B, finally smart. Finish the string there. The raw bull rush. Oi! Nice follow up. 3 damage.
Oh no!
Can't be
Okay.
read, but Ryan
Yo,
was
but he
smart
was
to
back
the ground.
too.
Ryan
It was a
stuff.
setup.
Hey, I know Ryan was like kind of aggressive right now. He knows his stuff. A lot of players would have been hit with that first unblockable. Beautiful.
I'm losing it. I'm literally losing it. I can't believe that was a setup. The fact.
Man.
This
Most
man
of
is.
these guys are like they're throwing everything out. Oi!
Okay.
Oh, I thought
Soul
he was
charge.
gonna
Good choice.
block that. I thought he was gonna
Oh, from downtown!
Multi-angel step into follow up. Oh my goodness.
This is
Ryan
insane.
on fire.
Oh, punish this!
Oh,
Oh, he gets hit by the light! I can't believe it!
Battle
Man, poor man is getting janked
Ryan
out.
has meters. He has meters. Gorash better watch out. Nice
That's what I saw a punish though.
Oh man, let's get the wheel on that. It's great. Ryan is very effective on grab breaks as well. You gotta call it out where you can see it. Soul Charge is a very interesting option. No punish on that.
Here we go.
No,
He tries again.
Oh my goodness, he's
I respect the intent. Okay, not getting it again. Oh, big trade.
winner take
Yo.
all here. Ryan can make a comeback here. Gonna take the damage. Crash again. Just running with the grab. Goes into the eye.
Swing.
Trying to ring him out.
Oh, he went for the memes. Okay.
Going for a ring out
Oh,
himself.
he just cannot.
Armor
No!
not smart.
Okay.
Booty blast. Don't get that either.
Oh, okay. This is insane.
Regular throw.
Back turn. No, not back turn. Oh, I cancel. I like it. I love
Ryan
it.
is
Great break
ready.
though.
He's ready. Don't sleep on him, Calm Mind.
I'm scared. Like, this is actually Ryan's
head right now.
Ryan advantage. He's gonna go for something cheeky.
I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my goodness, he tried to force my sit on.
Final battle.
This is anybody's game right now. It's 1-1 apiece. Game
What is
5.
happening?
Back turn situation, not ideal for Gorash. They armored, was able to grab her out of the air.
Okay, he needs to do something to pick up off of like
There's the tree again.
ground on roll. Oh, no, it doesn't
Out
work.
of range. Oh.
Okay, yeah, splat.
Oh, this is
Oh, it doesn't get the ground, huh?
I thought she was already considered aerial, but she wasn't.
Okay, this is gonna be gargantuan.
Oh man, he wasn't able to deal with it that time. He's staying on the ground.
You have to dead trap this guy. Like that's all he's been doing, and it's been giving him turns back to back. If he can stop him from feeling comfortable staying on the ground, he's got.
Wait,
Hey!
2, 2,
Oh my God!
He's not on the woods yet. Oh, nice. Nice 2A. This was a great match. K-Star definitely been, developing his Keelik, looking for a lot of like cheeky resets himself. And we got Theron back on. We got to towel him. I think Keelik wins this slightly just because of range, but Taki can really make his life hell. And right now, 4BA is gonna do that if K-Star does not have an answer for it.
Matchup wise, I feel like this is okay. I think we're seeing kind of the things though when it comes to like highs. You got to be really careful against Keelik if you're a high base because they just want to autopilot while rising B. Doesn't matter what they're doing. It's like one of those. Oh, caught.
Near in the headlights. Watch yourself. Possession A plus B unblockable. And it can catch slight step. You gotta watch out for that. Good job right there.
Oh, baby. Get the low.
Oh, nice whip punish. Start looking real good there. Oh, Taki 1A.
What?
Like this. This is a slugfest right now. This is a slugfest. K-Star's feeling it. Watch the get up.
Oh yeah, you gotta be careful with
like
the gimmicks.
4 for 4. Oh man, it's looking like 4 for 4. And the ring out.
That was a sweet mix. That was sweet.
Oh, got him.
That was actually really tight because empty jump can be a low. Or you could just not do anything and just go for the launcher. Really smart. Oh, that was unfortunate.
That was incredibly unfortunate. There you go, Trey Star. Give it right back.
Oh man, he just let it rip. He's like, you know what? They ain't gonna block.
Yeah, Taki has a lot of enders, potential enders with that lethal hit there, and unfortunately Theron couldn't get it to go there.
Oh no, gunpowder kick.
Bait. Especially when she I-10s that's bait. You gotta watch yourself. A6 is a dangerous button. One of the best buttons in the game. You gotta remember, this Taki we're talking about. He's so charged a little questionable, but let's see what Theron does. It's a knowledge check.
Oh.
Plus frames. Right, and soul charge right back just to create some momentum. Get the health back. Okay, I respect it. He threw the kunai, no duck on the kunai. Very interesting from Trey Star. And a soul attack here. Finally able to get that soul attack to go and actually do it.
Nice to be.
Huh. Yeah. Once we saw
solid
that
offense. Yeah, not too crazy. Exploited the fact that Trey Star would probably commit to blocking after getting hit into a position transition, and just really abused the fact that Theron could just basically take their time thinking about like, okay, what option do I want to do, and then Loki, just played it small, just like kept getting their turns, kept poking. Like that's what you want to see from talkies. You don't have to be like always be like, hey, my feet are towards you, Lamau, right? You could.
Right.
Like if you just have to identify what your opponent likes to do if they're being overly defensive, and I think he picked that up pretty early, especially with the unblockable. So good stuff from Theron, but so it's gonna be up to Trey Star to kind of like break that sort of like that persona at this point. Now he's got to be able to show that okay, I'm not afraid of blocking, or hey, possession B should get punished.
Right now, Trey Star looking brand new right now. Oh, just that stream there. And he's gonna finish it again. Wow, he still got rung out. That was nuts. Okay, that move was good, but incredible. Wow. Thought he would have needed the grab follow. That thing into the disco kick. So it was like, take the bomb here. He's gonna go for the second bomb, so it's definitely not Townsend's back. Great job
there
by
we go.
Star. Recognizing that's not real. It's a block. Oh, you gotta watch out. That is a high. Taki can get blown up by certain characters on Doug. Great auto GI. Oi. Tries to get that attack grab there, and that'll definitely do it. Nice back grab.
Nice. All right, Trey Star showing that he doesn't have to just take it laying down, which I think is really important because, like, yeah, like the way that Theron is playing is very much not knowledge checky, but like making you feel bad for doing the air quote right thing.
Hey, and it's one of those things where Taki's like whole entire kit can basically do that. Almost get the ring out there. Oh man, that's been tragic. She did a little bit worse there, but that's gonna definitely do it. Yikes. The kick will definitely ring out on this stage. All right, Trey Star still in this though. As a leader, try to take your time. Soul attack, interesting option there. Can take the plus frames again. Tries to get him catching the ball. Doesn't get it. Gotta watch yourself with that move.
Yeah.
Gotta step
50
that.
hitbox.
And possession B plus K. It's a very gimmicky move. You gotta punish that.
Oh.
You gotta keep him on it. Oh, got him ducking. Nice by Theron. But you gotta be careful. You know, any character against Hilda. Hilda, I have been recently learning the hard way how violent this character is and how underdeveloped she is as well. She's extremely good. And right now, showing that. Oi, man.
Whoa. Yo, Soul's Lion looking a little free right now. Hold up.
And that's what I was talking about with Hilda. She gets so many follow-ups, you know, whether she has Regalia arts or not. She is a destructive character. And Soul's Lion said, all right, man, I ain't pumping the brakes no more. Even that bad boy up. Hey, in the meter. See that treatment right back the way you got it. Oh, man. You got a match.
I'm actually, this is pretty interesting because this is one of the probably most dangerous maps to play against Yoshi. Since Raphael got nerfed, he has the highest damage potential off of like small pokes out of any character in the game. So we'll see what you can tell. He's trying to fence towards the wall just so he could be like, okay, if I could smell you mashing, I'm just gonna Margie Carfist and win the game. Nice block. Oh,
great tug. All right, let's see you show your combos. Oh, looks like they were going to kind of reset. Blockable, not finding its mark. Big boot. You gotta watch out. That Yoshi big boot. That finds its mark.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, Fleet K, I mean, Fleet B is a really strong choice in general. It has like a little bit of miniature tracking, and on top of it, stops you from being like kind of crazy on lows. The timing that he uses it in is very clear. He's like wants to discourage his opponent from doing lows after they take their turn. So good choice.
You gotta watch out if you're Pudding, because Pudding was able to find some fantastic momentum in the first round through grabs, but now we're starting to see more grabs come out of Pudding, and I think you gotta leave that for later. You know, start to play small caliber. Hill can definitely play small caliber really effective. Goes for a mix up there.
Yo,
and that was nice.
That was some pretty spicy Oki, actually.
Yeah.
Almost like Street Fighter-esque, where you lead with the one move, and then the second part is actually the real stuff.
Ooh. Finding it smart again, and just like I said, Pudding starting to play slower. But like I said, put those throws away. You know, put those grabs away for when Sozo like starts to get really defensive. Right now, it's still really
wall splat?
aggressive.
No, not quite.
Wall splat, but still in a great position. Watch your feet. Don't do
Blended.
it. Pop off there. Sozo Lion woke up that first game. He was like, "Damn, get my ass beat."
Sheesh. Yeah, he's like, you know what? Nightmare ain't working out. Nah, not really. I think it's actually... It makes sense to do a comfort pick, and I think he knows his opponent a little bit as well. Doesn't have to necessarily... I don't know, play a game that is a little bit range-based. I feel... I could definitely sense that, like, Sozo is like, okay, I don't think this dude's gonna block my stuff. I'm going in. And
that's literally the case. There has not been a ton of blocking from... there hasn't been a ton of blocking from Pudding, and it's also taking advantage of that, right? Now we're going to a stage that's going to benefit Hill a little bit more, but let's see again. Like I said, if Pudding can just nice take the damage there. Pudding could just like I said, just start to poke with Hill. She has the amazing range. She has Regalia follow-ups, and then start to use those throws when he guards. You're going to be right where you need to be. Nice break attack. These follow-ups. Get Spear Regalia. Deathcopter not finding its mark. ×2. Watch yourself, Yoshi. You're on borrowed time.
Woo!
Gotta watch out, you know. Yeah, I get where the mind was, but, you know, again, this is Hilda we're talking about. You can't whip like that in front of her. Beautiful range on that spear. Nice DI. This is a character, again. She's very strong. Still a little underdeveloped.
Oh, ball spot.
Oh,
actually,
man,
well, here it comes. Ready for some damage?
There it is. Somebody called it out. Oh, she's just out of range. Small body. I feel like if it was a bigger character, that would have followed up.
Battle 3.
What you were saying, Kalmai?
I honestly don't know. I got the damage beat out of me. It's like just looking at the wall and be like, oh yeah, no. It's like it's kind of lucky for Yoshimitsu getting 2 large ball stages back to back. That being said, he obviously does favor having cheeky ring outs, but usually they're kind of like ring outs that I want to say are how to describe it. It's like if you could catch your opponent mashing, but they're not guaranteed kind of thing. Whereas if you have walls, you have really uneven risk reward. Your opponent can't threaten as much as you can.
Oh man, if you finished that unblockable, I would have lost my mind.
Yeah.
I think it would have hit.
I like this unblockable cancel. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, both players looking around with the big boot. You gotta watch yourself. This man. Mitsu, he knows what he's doing. This is a great character.
Yeah, Sozo Lion is understanding that his opponent wants to stay aggressive, and if there's anything he's good at is playing the game at a pace that lets people make their own mistakes. And we just saw that where he just walked around. It's like, okay, 4KB, haha. All right, here we go. Big's time. Goes for the B.
Oh, he stayed on the ground. Still gonna need some damage here. Oh, he goes for the unblockable
Solid.
again. The counter hit on that. I was wondering if he had a follow-up.
You do have a follow-up, but it's hard as hell. You could just ran B side A.
That's nuts. The Yoshi
Yeah.
tech. Oh man, but back right. Wow, here we go.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah, put her. So we'll see if this is gonna pan out for Eric.
You were saying that you don't think Abby has a ton of close range options, but I'm gonna just counter argue there and just say that she has the only 2 close range options she needs in CS and SS. Now, if you can get Eric to sit still, that's where we're gonna see a lot of like utility there, and that's why I said it's gonna be very interesting to see how Eric decides to play it. And right now, Eric's playing it one of 2 ways, which I said, which is very aggressive. But as soon as that aggression gets quieted down, we're gonna see a lot of grabs. There it is.
Yeah. The thing is, you can't use CS like on defense. It's not a thing. So
yeah, that is true. Absolutely.
And so Mina gets to run offense, and you're seeing it right now. Like Mina is running as much offense as they can, and even though the round kind of ended in favor of Word, like it's up to Word to kind of like do a lot of stuff. The productivity from Eric is actually going to probably keep panning out. Got moving though.
Yeah. This is Ivy we're talking about. Oh, spending the meter early. Going for the high conversion early. Okay. Oh man, that meter seemed a little rough. It seemed like kind of like a forced interaction with the meter right there, but let's see what happens. You got it back. Get the meter back. You get steps. Suppression by Word.
Uh-oh, that was a weird choice.
Yeah.
It's like not even near the opponent. All right, getting mixed.
A lot of like aggression. You can get walled here.
Yep.
Get walled. Is there follow up? No follow up.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy, honestly. I'd be so upset if that was a thing. It used to ring out over low walls. You remember that? Like,
those were dark times, man.
Speaking of dark times, it's looking like dark times for Eric.
Oh man. And just not finding a lot of like comfortable, but times to push buttons. I think Eric will benefit a lot from I believe it's 66A.
Welcome to the stage of history.
And the 66A is really strong, gets her in, huge lethal hit potential. 1B was not the option there. Where just kept feeling real comfortable with the steps. 1B is a very solid option. Don't get me wrong, but once your opponent wants to step, it just becomes less of an option. You're gonna want to see more of that Mina wall rising gimmicks. You're gonna want to see some Mina hell sweep too.
Yeah,
hell sweep very tough to deal with online and offline. 3 damage.
Yeah, because
man, do it again. Why not?
I feel like he's not embracing the core mix-up.
Third time.
All right, just getting attack thrown for 6,000 years. Okay, there we go. Immediately goes into hell. Yep. It's 2. Hey, there it is. Nice choice. Nice choice. Fool me once and twice. Shame on me, I guess. And then fool me thrice. It's like, actually, I'm just gonna jump this.
Oh, tech crouch. Tech crouch from Mina. All right, watch yourself with the 1B. Eric getting a little excited there, but oh, there it is. Big CS. Where's been seeing a lot of success with that tonight. Don't count Eric out of this yet.
Oh no, Eric's getting the guard pressure. Those shoes back on the other foot.
I mean, it's a SoulCalibur 6, man. Anything can happen. I've been shambled once and many times. I think anybody can come back here. Let's see, nice wall rising.
Oh. That was actually pretty tight. I love that A+B. That was some of the spicy stuff I've seen.
He finished the string though. Interesting. Finishes that string. Goes for another string. That's what I'm talking about, Carmine. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, goes Word there. Word wasn't. Right now, Word is. Look how different Word's playing now. That's all it takes in this game.
Oh, the beams!
That's gonna hit. You gotta
Got him.
That's gonna hit.
Get him the split. I'm okay.
Oh, we got it.
Yes.
Below the never-ending
Let's go.
skies.
Alright, so it's gonna be a good one. So we're gonna see what Sly Tiger's cooking, and Hibachi. I haven't had the privilege of watching Hibachi too much, so I'm very curious to see how he plays this. You were saying he's a balanced Keelik.
Yeah.
I want to see that. I want to see what he does here, because most of my experience with Keelik is, like you said, either super aggressive or super defensive. And let's see what kind of tricks he knows.
And right now he's trying to see if Sly Tiger knows the tricks of the trade. Oh
Tech
man!
jump. Look at that tech jump. Look at the oi. Look how much reward he got from that, and he gets a reset on that. Keelik, but Keelik is still in this. He still got his Timbs on.
He does. Oh, side throw.
Okay, interesting grab. I don't know if that was right or left side, but it did some big damage there. Oh, that's attackable. Now you gotta guess. And go for the unblockable. But gonna still close that out. Bachi trying to figure out what Sly Tiger's doing. Sly Tiger's pretty warmed up. He hasn't dropped a lot tonight, and a lot of the conversions that he's been going for has been just consistent across the board. Nice low block.
One thing I know Sly Tiger's looking out for is I think he's trying to figure out his opponent's 2A timing. And once he gets it, though, I think this matchup gets a lot uglier. Oh, nice IP. All right, here we go.
So you were mentioning the 2A timing there. So what's so harsh about that?
Like he's been using it in neutral, but he has that jumping move that lethal on jumping over a move. He likes I know like Keelik's kind of have to enforce that a little bit just to like make people feel like, okay, I'm pressuring you, but it kind of turns backwards because I think once you take away 2A from Keelik, it actually really makes the character a lot worse.
Yeah, now that you said like that lethal hit that he hit earlier, that does make sense because a lot of players, you know, 2A is a very nifty button. You either see it used in excess from players, or you don't see it used very often. So I think taking that away from Keelik definitely will make this a little bit different. And we haven't been seeing them 2A a lot, so
yeah,
it could be a tail of the time right there. Good read right there.
That was interesting.
That big reach caught him ducking.
Yeah, kind of did a weird timing by going for B point blank. Most people don't expect it because it's like a slow move and it almost doesn't make sense, but that's why, you know.
That was beautiful by Hibachi. Just maximize that damage there. Sly Tiger slowly making it happen. Oh, catches him hitting the button. Oh, gets out of there. I like it.
Oh.
Is that going to hit?
No.
Almost. I respect the timing. I think if it was like a slightly different button, would have got him. But the low doesn't find its mark. Great punish.
Oh.
Oh.
Got caught.
Yeah, that's go hit. It was in stance transition.
Nice Sly Tiger.
I think that's something that always hurts Keelik too, because I think Keelik players always overthink the soul charge, and soul charge is a meter usage in this game is very important, right? So I think kind of sitting there and playing neutral without meter is tough, and you could tell all the Keeliks that have been on stream tonight. They're really picking their times when to soul charge. Like they're just not being like, all right, I'm not trying to get camped out and lose all this health. So it's it's really tough, I think if they were to reduce the damage overall on Soul Charge and kind of make it like I think it's the Cali V Trigger 1 from Street Fighter 5, where he doesn't he stays in that he has the option to stay in that Soul Charge state for a while, but nerf everything else. I think it'd be more in his favor. But I think the health increase over time, I think that scares a lot of Keelik players, especially when they play like higher level players.
Yeah, I mean, it comes with the inherent risk. I mean, the Kims, for this one, you usually use Soul Charge as like a defensive mechanic. Also, you need momentum, and he wasn't getting any, so it just doesn't make sense to be like, okay, Hail Mary, I think my opponent's just going to randomly stop blocking and explode, right? There was never any moment where I felt like, oh, Hibachi's like really in the driver's seat right now. Like, even his string pressure was getting consistently blocked, so like Sly was doing a good job keeping, honestly doing the basic housekeeping of just like not letting an opponent get straight hits in to formulate a concept of what the offense is supposed to look like.
Right. But just even having that soul charge at your disposal, it just opens up avenues. Even if you're not gonna hit them, just having the option to drop. Oh, is he gonna get the second to wall? He did. But man, look how bad that is.
Yikes!
Man, that scaled really bad. I thought we were gonna do something there.
Oh, well, speaking of nutty, I think he dies.
Oh, wait, it's scaling. It's scaling.
It's scaling, but... Oh, it scaled so bad!
I think if Sly Tiger went for a different ender, he kills. I think he was just really being safe with the soul attack there. And Hibachi burning age right there with raw. Oh,
that's unfortunate. He really did need that stick of butter. All right, here we go.
Watch out, man. She has really weird properties when she's in motion.
No, man, 6AA is a terror right now. It's just like, it seems to be hitting every single time. Oh.
That should definitely be enough.
Woo, woo, woo. Yep, that it.
Perfect for Sly Tiger. Let that man cook.
Yeah.
What's for dinner? I know, Chief.
It's you.
Right? Man got a porterhouse on the grill. Something, I don't know.
Just cooking us some Szechuan right now.
Right now, Hibachi though, beautiful life lead, but you gotta watch out with Sly Tiger. Beautiful duck.
Woo.
You gotta watch out with Sly Tiger because it's one of those things, man, where he touches you and it's low. Like you were saying, Carmine. Almost gets that wall splat.
Yeah, I was feeling it. Okay, get Shoryuken. Okay, dumps out of there. Yeah. Oh, he's counted to 4.
He has a lethal hit online. Hopefully, he can take this match and take that into the next match. Oh wow!
Is that a punish? No. Okay. Just goes for the whole string. Hey, counts
it now.
Hey.
Now.
Yep, nice combo.
Man, I would love to see him keep that. But win is a win. Keep you alive.
Yeah, I mean, he needed it then, so like, there's no better time than getting knocked out of the tournament, right?
Right.
Battle 4.
Right. So
he's trying to scrap it together, you know. I guess the question is, why hasn't he pulled out the gun yet? It's in his pants.
Right, the heater. Oh, look at that damage! The TV comes out of it, so he doesn't lose too much health.
Oh yeah, post GI. Okay, get those plus points. Nice throw.
Oh man!
Spin to win.
Look at that health decrease.
Yo!
Catching up to him. Oh my goodness, that should be it. Even though I got nerfed, that should still be it.
Hit him with a can. Oh, he dead. He dead.
Oh,
what?
Man, like... Whoa!
What?
Oh! I knew they nerfed that one. Jeez.
Man, I didn't. I guess it is 2 hits. Dang.
Man. All right. Hibachi definitely back in this year. Nice pressure. Look at the GI. Coming on that's a little rough. Attack doesn't find it smart.
Oh man, he had the right read, but the wrong timing.
Get the wall slap though. Hibachi's still in this.
Oh, here it is. Though he dead. He's dying.
Have one more chance.
He's still the dream.
I'm right here. Meter. This can be bad. Oh no! No attack on the attack throw. There it is. All he can do is this. Oh,
punish that! She's crouching. He's crouching. No!
Oh my goodness!
No!
I thought was gonna...
I'm significantly lower energy than Kanmai is, but we'll see how it goes.
Alright, so we got Word and Traystar. This will be an interesting one here.
Can't say I've seen these two play before. Killick versus Ivy, not exactly the easiest matchup for Killick. He's typically a kind of character who likes to space around and play like a mid-range game, and inherently with a lot of his moves he has like a lot of pushback on his block, right? But that's exactly what Ivy wants, so it's kind of forcing Killick to like do a lot of approach options. He's maybe one of the worst characters in the game with that, oh boy, and I think that's going to be it, or at least close to it, plus the OP.
Very close.
Yeah, that's a real tough hit there.
Yeah, that's a good point you brought up earlier too with that, you know, just that pushback. It's just something I don't even think about either.
Yeah, things like characters like Cervantes and Killick, their whole game plan is built around like this mid-range spacing game, and so a lot of their moves have a natural amount of pushback, which is perfect for a character like Ivy to just get away from a lot of kind of stuff. That's why, you know, characters like Aswell are tough for Cervantes, characters like Ivy are tough for Killick. It's a pretty bad mismatch. Okay, but it seems like
Traystar just letting it rip. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of on Word, right? Word was very adamant about trying to get like a reverse ring out in a spin position like that. I think Traystar was able to read that something like that was happening over and over again. It's going to be a tough time on the stage, I think.
Finding so much mileage with these. Oh my goodness, there's just so much mileage with these launches. All right,
Yeah,
Word is getting shambled.
boy, Word has to start picking literally any option that isn't jump B on Wake Up. Just try literally anything else, and we might see something that's a bit different. He seems to be... I'm not sure why he's so adamant about picking like this one option, but you know, hopefully we'll be able to see something else as time goes on. Now, he is getting quite a lot of damage when he's trying to force Killick to get in, maybe trying to play it a little bit more defensively, not necessarily rely on the stage positioning. It could potentially work picking apart with things like the AAs, trying to see if Traystar can actually break some of these CSs, and Traystar so far is more successful than most, but we're getting at 2-2 now.
Yeah, what this matchup right now is by both players, it's a classic case of if it ain't broke. And right now, both of these players are enforcing their will right now.
It's really going to come down to, like, the meter, I think. Yeah, I mean, Word's going to have an easier time spending meter. The Killick meter, one of, like, his worst parts of his mechanics. It's very difficult to try and figure out when he's supposed to spend it. Yeah, it's really tough, right?
Yeah. And I was talking to Kamai about that, you know, when we saw Hibachi play last game. It's just rough because a lot of characters, even if they don't have a good soul charge per se, or a better soul charge than their opponent, it's just the fact that Helix just drains health. It's just
at least when you have a bad one, you can just spend it, just for the sake of spending it. But you have to be very crafty with it the whole time. Traystar, if I had to bet, was effectively just willing to weather the storm despite the fact that he had 2 bars to try and get some sort of a hit that he could then connect into a soul attack, because then you're getting a huge amount of damage and you're getting a fantastic standing reset that Word is going to be forced to have to deal with, and then you can make, you know, a gigantic comeback and it's going to be great. A typical just soul charge activation against a long-range character like that, I don't know so much, but at least we have a much smaller stage now, so potentially Traystar will be able to corral Word into a bad position, doesn't have to worry about reverse ringouts as much as previously. Gets a pretty good while Rising B so far.
Nice call out. Right now, Traystar has been really on point with these damage conversions. Nice. Catches him stepping. Where are you going, Word?
Word needs to, I don't know, man. Just stop mashing on Wake Up. Like, Killick is catching you like 3 times and the round is over. I mean, the mix-up really is not that scary. I mean, you've got some unseeable lows, but they're not exactly like they're unsafe, and they're not exactly the highest damaging thing. Like, the mid-low mix from Killick is, you know, traditionally not really all that scary. I think Word would get a lot more mileage out of just accepting the situation like that, and then just, you know, resetting.
I think also it's just, you can kind of tell it's just a matchup thing, you know, right now for Word. We saw Word playing earlier, and this guy had no fear. He would just run up CS, SS, and looking out great, just run up grab. And I think a lot of that is like just playing his favorite, nice tracking on that break attack. Right. Nice little chunk of damage here. Still Traystar.
So unfortunately, we're kind of in a very similar situation we were in the first game, where Killick, as we had talked about before, maybe the least imposing character when he has 2 bars, unlike a character, I don't know, like Nightmare or Astaroth or basically any other character in the game, where now he has some sort of a distinct advantage because of his meter. You don't really have that with Killick, so he has to continue playing like the typical game. Not to say that it's not going, that it's going poorly or anything like that, but now Word is, you know, teching to the side, he's getting out of something like these 3 being force blocks, so he doesn't have to deal with all the situations that Traystar was getting a lot of damage off. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen a soul attack out of Traystar so far, so Word decides to spend bar of his own. Makes sense to me.
Oh man, these counter hits are just keeping Traystar in this, man. It's just, it's heartbreaking for Word, because like once that momentum is found, it's just like Traystar's just taking it right back from him. And right now, they've been playing tug of war. I think Word finishes here.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel, yeah, you spend meter immediately, forces Traystar to do the same. Yeah, just kind of trying to wait it out. I wonder if Traystar is going to feel at any opportunity, if he's going to feel like going with Evil Killick, and doesn't really seem like he's going to get an opportunity to. So yeah, 4 full bars. Traystar basically decided to play the entire match with no meter. Now, high frequenters of a lot of online and Parsec tournaments that we have every week in the SoulCalibur community, I'm sure they played against each other kind of a lot, and I'd be willing to bet that we're potentially going to be seeing a few weird setups and a few weird timings from each other, just because they played against each other enough to where their typical timings aren't going to work as well. You know what I mean? Like, there's just, you get to that Oki level of 5 or 6 before you even get to, like, you know, the bare understanding of what you're supposed to do.
And I do want to call out my solo line. Beautiful, you know, crouch read on the BB time. I'm sorry, the 1 BB time stop, but very much it's able to use those curses to just kind of just force his will. All right,
Really only seeing, we haven't really seen any wall situations so far. I feel like out of the two of them, SoulCalibur is the one who wants to beat up the wall the most. One, because he has better wall combos, but for two, despite the fact that Zos is kind of known for ring outs, or at least he used to be, Yoshi is still probably the better character in that regard, so I'd be willing to bet that out of the two, SoulCalibur is the one who wants to try and break these walls as much as possible, but SoulCalibur doesn't tend to take a particularly aggressive approach in virtually any matchup he plays Yoshi in. It's kind of one of the lamer Yoshi myths as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, if it works, it works. But
we go.
Very interesting. Verma just had a chance to, with the 6 B+K punish he had a chance to take a second curse. He went for, some kind of reset there, and I think that second curse would have benefited him here. He's going to take the shotgun. He doesn't take the shotgun. Nice launch. Charge 2-2
We're just an infinite. Man, nobody's able to punish that online. That's a shame. Alright, gets an AA. This is one of the typical things that SoulCalibur likes to do against characters without I-10s, just kind of like run up AA, but I guess he ended up getting a little bit too nervous. Oh, for a second there, I thought that didn't kill, and I was about to...
Oh, nah, he
explode. That was very weird that it was like such a delayed level of animation, but okay. SoulCalibur, a little bit of a meter advantage, significantly more meter capabilities. You can see him trying to drive Baramantras to the edge of that screen. He's going to get his first wall bounce here into his second wall bounce, presumably. So, okay, how are we going to try and figure this out? Zos technically has the ability to get a ring out off of just one wall as well. So, once the level is red, we could potentially see something that's pretty bad here.
There it is! Oh my goodness! Oh, you called it! Oh.
Yeah, SoulCalibur was kind of the architect of his own destruction there. It is important to note that as far as I know, virtually every single character has the ability to ring out once that wall is red. All you need is just one single wall bounce into a ring out. Now, Zos is a little bit unique in the sense that he can also do that from behind. Kind of like shades of Zos Season 1, yeah.
That 3A B into wall splat into death was...
It is time.
Oh man, he made that look clean. Okay,
well, this is fun. I don't know why he would decide to go with Mitsu here, but I'm a fan of seeing Mitsu all the same. We don't really get to see the character all that often. Got an absolutely fantastic backdash. I don't know if he's going to be able to utilize it against a long-range character like Zos. With something like 6 BB from Zos, it can be a little bit scary to utilize a backdash like that, but he does get to go in and has a significantly higher damage mix-up game than Yoshimitsu does. Plus, it doesn't have to rely on meter, so that can be nice.
Absolutely, but one thing I will say here, I do play Zos quite a bit. I think this matchup slightly is in Mitsurugi's favor. He plays at a really good optimal range that can interrupt a lot of Zos's mid-range pressure, and it's just one of those things right now that SoulCalibur is just getting amazing whip punch capabilities. Mitsurugi, a lot of people like to talk down on this character, but he's a very solid character. He gets a lot for fundamentals there. That 6-6 calling him out there.
Yeah, trying to call out the 1A, but yeah, it definitely seems like that's SoulCalibur's idea so far, is to kind of like walk around in mid-range, threaten with the 3-3K, which is enough to make Fairmuchers take a bet on something that's a little bit longer range. And so then when SoulCalibur is in said mid-range, he's able to utilize 3-3B to try and get away from that. But that being said, that was basically all Fairmuchers there, so who knows how this is going to end up.
That was beautiful. 2B+K forcing crouch and then reacting to what SoulCalibur was doing. He was ready on that. He understood that he needs to stop whipping. Mitsurugi is a monster on whip. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
It seems like for the most part, something that ends up happening, kind of like, oh, it's a shame we didn't get the 1AB there. That could have been gigantic. Let's see where we're ending up going.
Oh man, he was trying to spend that curse. I respect it. We went for the B to spend the curse. He doesn't get a counter hit, so he doesn't get an additional curse, but he can spend right here if he doesn't tech. Great job by SoulCalibur for teching. Oh, that's gonna hit. Beautiful grab animation, beautiful grab animation by Zos.
That was actually kind of risky. If I remember correctly, that kick is at least minus 14. I guess I might be wrong on that. And anything that's minus 14 in regards to Mitsu CE, you really have to be worried about that sort of thing. This is the first time we've actually gotten to see SoulCalibur actually up close, not going for that mid-range stuff that we were talking about before. Tried out the 1KB just to see what Fairmuch's reaction was going to be, and ended up getting out with that unsealable low scot-free. That's important information for him to have later on. Yeah, see, now he's just utilizing it all the time, right? Because it seems like as long as he doesn't go into stance, then Fairmuch is going to go for something that is supposed to punish when he's in stance, and that's kind of it. But his guard crush is ever looming. Yeah, this is gonna hurt, but it's also this impending bar crush that's very scary. Yeah, I think he's dead. He got out of it! How?
He got out of it!
Oh, no!
That's a huge win!
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, if you're still alive, you gotta take advantage of that. Yeah, he was.
I mean, he could have gotten up and gotten a drink and then came back, and then he would still been able to get a launcher punish on that. Zasa's CE whiff is about basically anything that you want. SoulCalibur hasn't spent like any bar whatsoever, though. I'm kind of surprised that he hasn't. Okay, well there you go.
Spoken into existence. Great guard pressure. He's working. Very much he's working. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a full forward team hold here. Oh, he don't need it. He don't need it. He got that big lethal hit to CB.
Now I think it's over. Well, okay, I don't want to call it just like before, but I believe that the guard crush is going to be enough. If you decide to like kind of like walk around at this mid range, then that guard crush isn't going to be as scary. Decides to spend the bar kind of immediately. I appreciate that.
He still has to beat the bar a little bit up. Job by Fair Munchers, knowing that he has to like put a little bit of pressure on that guard. Oh, that's gonna do it. Yeah, that's
aggressive. I am so surprised if Farrah Munchers decided to be aggressive in that spot. I've never seen this before. I mean, SoulCalibur, I've seen him play Nightmare, I've seen him play Yoshi, I've seen him play Mitsu. It wasn't the zaniest thing in the world. I've never seen Maxi before. In fact, I can't remember the last time I saw this matchup kind of at all. So I don't know if it's like a button select or like you know, just testing something out. I honestly don't know.
They're playing. But let's see if SoulCalibur knows something here. Maxi, historically, you know, a very interesting character. You gotta kind of play physics with this character to get the most out of it. And let's see if he's been practicing the science.
It's important to note that I think SoulCalibur, whether intentionally or unintentionally, is testing out whether TreyStar knows certain frame data with regards to Maxi. Being able to do the entire string that you just saw there, all the way up to like the final hit and get no punish, that's basically like punishable by virtually anything that Killick has. And the fact that he was able to get away from that scot-free, that's pretty important information. I feel like if SoulCalibur is able to gain some sort of momentum with his stances, he may be able to run TreyStar over. We'll see.
Definitely, I'm not too well versed in the Maxi matchup myself, so I just know you want to take a lot of 2A in certain stance transitions, and you want to watch out for that auto GI once it.
Yeah, frankly, 2A can be very scary. It's that situation right there. He ended up going for a 3K, but he could have basically ended the round for sure. Yeah,
ooh!
Trying to get that whip punish there. That's very
plus
scary.
B soul charge, the exclusive Maxi button, Maxi players.
Yeah, it's funny that SoulCalibur doesn't even really use stances all that much, which is almost kind of like makes things more difficult for Maxi. He's the only character where you're kind of forced to play stances just to use some of his most fundamental tools. I don't know how long he's going to be able to keep this up, but it seems to be working for now.
And you hit the nail on the head for now. TreyStar, he's starting to cook here. He's starting to understand, hey, I can take my turn here. I can put out some more damage. More damage than you can. Again, meter utilization is going to be a big factor here. Let's see if he uses it. Oh, 6A plus B finding its mark. Right.
I think this is the first time we've gotten TreyStar to actually spend meter. I suspended by immediately healing. I don't know so much because you're still dead to CE. You're still dead to one combo. I don't know if that was really worth it, but we'll find out. If SoulCalibur wants, oh, he had the CE right there. It's important to note that like Maxi CE is basically a cannon from full screen. You can just use it to whip punish virtually anything. From you know, people can tell me I'm wrong if they want to, but I'm not particularly impressed with Killick's ability to be offensively powerful.
Yeah, I can see that. There's times where he can be, you know, pretty impressive on offense, but you know, most of the times we, like Conrad was saying earlier, we see either like a balanced Killick or a defensive Killick. I will tell you this: a lot of Killicks I've seen in the past, they, you know, and I haven't seen it from any of the Killicks tonight. A lot of them like to use auto GIs to create offense, and we haven't been seeing a lot of auto GIs tonight. And I think that's an important part of Killick's hit, because you have to literally, you have to utilize everything. You can't just rely on these like huge hitting birds to just kind of like, you know, get the job done, right? It's like you got to use everything with in moderation. There we go. That's the right word.
I just gotta say, I appreciate TreyStar's use of 1K a low to beat out the high that SoulCalibur decided to go with. A tech jumping high, ended up losing to a low. I just think that's really funny, and I feel like TreyStar is kind of going with the option that I was going about first. It doesn't really matter if the counterplay is really necessary. That's minus 16. Yeah, that's a fantastic punish. That's the full optimal punish there. So he knows about that kind of stuff, so that's cool.
Alright, good backstabs by TreyStar. You were saying earlier, Maxi's range is incredibly deceptive. You know, you can't count this guy out. You can get him pretty early if you allow him to. And he's very good on your mark.
SoulCalibur is effectively just trying to play it very non-committal, just trying to like walk around, getting his AA punishes on everything that Traystar is doing for that are -12. Fantastic whip punish off of that. Is he really going to make this comeback? Wow. Oh my god, yeah. He actually dropped the -12 punish and won in... He had the win and then he won in a different way, and that was a bit scary, but okay, it ended up working out.
It happened. Nice just frame times 2.
Wow,
just frame times 3.
He's just doing it. This is an unsafe move, by the way.
Times
like
4.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Okay, he ends up getting a hit. There's that 1B, and of course the one time that the 1B happens, it gets blocked. See, off of like, something like this, I really feel like this is an opportunity for Traystar to use Soul Attack. I think that's a fantastic option to actually utilize Killick's meter. Especially when it doesn't really matter if you're losing health if you're already at like a very low amount of health yourself, so, you know. Ends up getting SoulCalibur to spend a bar.
Trying to play safe here.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that was a weird interaction. Okay, I'm so used to like a Soul Charge clipping things. That Maxi got clipped this time.
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny. I'm wondering, like, I don't know for sure, but I'm wondering if SoulCalibur effectively got baited there, because Traystar did 4B, which is a high. And obviously, the main thing that anybody playing Maxi wants to do in Soul Charge is 6A plus B, a tech crouching move, right? And so I wonder if Traystar wanted to do 4-4B, but got 4B instead, and was like, okay, now I'll try to do the 4-4B. And hey, it worked. Meanwhile, on SoulCalibur's side, he was like, hey, he wants to try and zone me out with highs. This is exactly what I want him to do. So now if he tries to go for 4B again, I'm going to beat him out. Oh, no.
Like, I'm gonna go
now, I don't know if that's exactly what happened to both players, but, like, I really want to ask them and see if that's exactly what they were thinking.
I mean, that makes perfect sense. I mean, the way the interaction happened, Maxi was trying to play limbo and hit his head on the stick. That's literally what happened. And let's see what we got here. We got
Siegfried now.
Siegfried, okay, all right.
All right, it's a C5. SoulCalibur is a C5 with Siegfried, which means he has played Siegfried in ranked before, unlike his Maxi.
Or at one occasion, at least one occasion.
Probably exactly one occasion, because if you have an S rank, you're automatically D1 with all of your other characters. So C5 means that he probably won like 5 games, and then he's decided to go with Siegfried. I guess he just really wants to like show the veritable cavalcade of characters he has at tournament ready. These are the characters he's going to bring to mix up. Just you wait, France.
Impressive vocabulary, by the way. Oh, caught him stepping. I will tell you this, Siegfried he's a very interesting character, especially when Nightmare exists. I feel like Siegfried players at this point are just like, just loyalists at this point. Oh man, he's getting put in the blender. But, you know, between the two big sword characters, Nightmare, you know, just not infinite, but just vastly better, in my opinion, than Siegfried
at this point. Yeah. There was a time when I would consider Siegfried to be like the second best character in the game. That's very much not the situation we're in now. And Nightmare, yeah, definitely. But there are drastically different characters, despite the fact that they both have very similar weapons. And you see a lot of the stuff that we were talking about before, where SoulCalibur likes to rely on Traystar's character ignorance. No offense to Traystar, he's just using a lot of moves that are like unsafe on block, just perfectly willing to eat whatever damage he's going to eat, if at all.
Oh,
I
man,
think that's going to do it. They actually do it.
It's
pretty solid stuff. That's not exactly like it's a very long range CE, but it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to whip punch with it. Unlike Maxi CE, it's actually kind of funny that with Maxi, we didn't see any CE whip punishes at all.
He's gonna get shambled, and it's gonna be fun to watch this. Pheromontress, let's see if he's keeping an eye on this. No matter who he has to face, he's gonna have to face somebody that's pretty aggressive. Actually, yeah, Tiger's pretty balanced tonight.
It might be a situation where he just decides, as Slide Tiger, he just decides to let Ryan V hang himself. I don't know if these two have played against each other before, but he could potentially just take a backseat and do exactly the stuff that I was just seeing, where he's just, you know, going to wait for Ryan V to make a mistake, to do something that is unsafe on block, and then just punish accordingly.
There it is. Boy. That's what a lot of he was getting. He was getting a lot of mileage out of himself when he was playing Korra.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know what you're supposed to do about that string. Like I don't know that string, and I feel fairly confident that there's something you can do about it. I just don't know what it is. Ryan V ends up getting the first round, stabbing something that was -2 on block, by the way. doesn't get anything off of the 2-2B, kind of waiting. This is one of the very typical age-old traps of Sophie, whether she's going to do 2-2B or 2-2B and then like the rest of the string, because depending on how much she ends up doing, it becomes a lot harder to try and figure out. Decides to just mash afterwards on top of things. Oh no.
Oh, he hit a button!
No.
I thought the unblockable was coming, he stepped.
So, okay, you don't have to take a guess on that. You can actually, the way that the unblockable works there, in most situations, basically, you can just see that the unblockable is ramping up, and then sidestep or even just mash her out of it. Anyway, like it's not really much of a trap, assuming that you have the reactions to handle it, to be completely honest. But the catching Sly.
It's a trap when you're in your own head.
Yeah.
That's what Ryan is doing a good job with. He gets these experienced guys in their head. I don't think that's gonna.
No, that's not minus 16. It's actually kind of a shame because he had the right block, and then he ended up getting back up for the non-jailing high. That's one. Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, so there's a variety of ways you're supposed to be able to get out of that. You can wake up RI, you can like roll underneath her, you can do a few things, but if you're not used to that sort of thing, this is kind of what we were talking about, right? It's a lot of unconventionality that Slime maybe isn't particularly used to, but is stuff that you can like figure out as time goes on. Dealing with a bit of a meter disadvantage at the moment, not to mention the round disadvantage. Fantastic blocks on Ryan, but ends up getting a lethal hit.
Huge lethal hit. And let's be honest here. It's one of those things where in these online circuits we don't see Sophie as much anymore. So it's like, who's labbing against this character all the time. So of course it's like over this unorthodox play is gonna it's gonna get a lot of mileage here.
Yeah, it's
he
basically
catches him again.
It's basically just Zephykai. He's kind of the only person who plays Sophie at this point, and Zephykai is very much not an unconventional Sophie by any means. We're gonna see Bar versus Bar here. Oh wow, that could have been so much bigger.
No! Yo, that has been shambling a lot of players today, where Sophie's in that airborne state and people are hitting their strings. Oh man, that could have been worse for Sly Tiger, but let's see what happens here. Just run up.
Sophie has a lot of meter. I feel like doing Soul Charge kind of immediately would be the way to go. See, now this is the problem, right? Is that now Sly has a bunch of meter, especially if he ends up getting the lethal hit here. Okay, but he basically has like a full bar at this point. That sucks.
Oh, he finishes the string!
Yeah, it could have been a potential ring out. That was a little bit scary. Gets the punish.
Sly Tiger actually getting a lot of. Oh, he tried to go for the ring out. Sit down, Column. Oh my god, I enjoy watching stuff like this because it's gonna come down to the wire here.
Really? No!
Wow! He used the hitbox on that to cover himself.
Yeah, you're not. If she's in Soul Charge, you can't really do something like that. Basically, dead to a 1K. She has to dive to a grab anyway. Boy, Sly really kind of did that all to himself. It really. It's a very typical thing to have the 2-2B like off of the Soul Charge for the Lightning Strike to come down. And it's honestly a pretty wide hitbox as well. I'm sure Sly tried to like run up and then do like a box step. Talem's side step is really not that consistent with regards to like trying to bypass very thick vertical attacks. So I'm not like 1,000,000% surprised that it ended up hitting him once he had decided to run up there. It was almost like watching a horror movie where the person isn't supposed to go into that room. You know that they're not supposed to try and challenge the person who's in there in the dark and corner. But yeah, just like straight up ran in there. I feel like it's still possible. I still don't know who's going to end up pulling this off. I feel like Sly can utilize some of the information he just got from the first game and really try to hit home with some of the reads that he's going to be able to pull off now, because you can kind of expect Ryan to throw out stabs in unconventional situations, to throw out 2-2Bs in unconventional situations. If he can punish the 2-2B at a consistent rate, it might end up solving all of his problems. Now, that's easier said than done, so I don't know if it's going to be able to work out here.
I like the way you use analytics to kind of break down these matches, in full detail here. And for me, the information I got from this is all night Sly Tiger has had a huge, kind of like advantage in matches due to great run under. Yeah, that's kind of advantage due to basically lows and Wind Charmer uncyclable grab, and both of those were not apparent as they were all night. So if Sly can get that to happen, or can just play around that, he's gonna win this, right? Because Ryan is just not deviating from the game plan. He's not able to get the spin dash there.
Yeah, he ended up Sly ended up putting himself at -14 for the ring out attempt. Sophie obviously with like the best -14 punish in the game, but Ryan decided to go for a ring out instead. I feel like that's a little bit ambitious. You're already getting a huge amount of damage off of the stab in a scenario like that. Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, I gotta say, for Ryan's defense, especially with regards to just traditional mid-low mix, has been pretty fantastic this entire set. He's been able to duck in a lot of pivotal situations, sometimes not getting damage, and other times he's getting a huge amount, just like we're seeing here. And Sly really needs to figure that out. Now, he's not necessarily... I don't find that Ryan B is really ducking a lot of highs. He's really just ducking the lows. So if Sly wants to try and utilize high pressure as a little bit of a gamble to try and figure out what to do, he could go with something like that. It's clear that Sly is unaware of that string. Yeah, you can just sidestep it on a reaction, get the huge wall combo out of this. Does he actually end up getting a ring out here? No, he doesn't because the second hit whiffed.
That's rough. But I can tell you this, though. It's one of those things where the way Ryan plays is just fantastic because he finishes these strings, and like you said, he's playing this great, defense where he's just basically, beautiful ring out. He's playing this amazing defense where he's ducking where he needs to, and he's guarding where he needs to. And it's throwing these players off their game.
I really don't know. I really don't know if Ryan V intended to do the jump either. That's typically the move that you get when you, as a Sophie player, want to get either 4-4B or 2-2B, which is like the move that he's been using. But the fact that he ended up getting a potential input error into a situation where he got like a ring out, that's hilarious.
Hey, you're saying it's input error. I'm on the Ryan side where I'm saying, hey, his brain is working that hard. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, all right, yeah. I guess anything's possible. Sure.
Anything is possible in SoulCalibur. That's why I love watching this game. I love playing this game. To an extent, it's just like anything could happen with meter, RE, the break attack system. It's just like it's never just like cut and dry. It's a 3D game. What was that interaction?
Yeah, you can actually sidestep that on reaction. It was actually like the second that Sly decided to spend meter. Oh wait, does he get? Oh man, if he had ended up going for a stab.
He went for it twice, but that man, you just burning meter.
Oh, it ended up catching the price, so I guess he just ended up doing it too late. Okay, he's dead to his CE now. Oh, he decides to spend the full amount of meter, so even if he gets it to the last round, it's not going to do it. Okay, he decides to spend the bar on top of things. Yeah, he's just going to, like, put him in jail, except Talon can apparently dance away. That's another fantastic block.
Yes, 1K.
A lot of good blocks, a lot of good ducks.
Right? So, let's see what Muntress can do to not, make Theory happy. Like, what is he going to do to actually melt that health bar? You know what I mean? Right now, Ryan already taking the lead here.
You want to mention?
Hi guys, I have to interrupt you for a second. I'm so sorry. This is gonna be the grand final. Is gonna be first to 5. It's
that was what I was gonna mention.
First to 5. Whoever wins 5 wins the tournament. We are also only $100 away from the donation goal. So if you guys have anything that you can donate to reach the goal, we would really appreciate it. But I'll let you enjoy grand finals now.
First to 5. That's $20 a game, guys. That's and that's assuming it's a clean sweep with a full first to 5. So it is perfectly within distance. It is possible. Oh no,
that's a huge one. I don't think he's gonna be able. He's not gonna be able to ring out here, but he was trying to catch him hitting a button so he could 3D ring out. Very smart for Fair Muntress. And right now, even Fair Muntress, the seasoned Doc veteran, he's eating a lot of damage here. Boom, not.
But it's also important to note that I think Fair Muntress can potentially pick up, especially with a first to 5, he has plenty of time to try and figure this kind of thing out. The fact that whenever Ryan his back is to the ring edge, he basically does not block punish anything that is guaranteed. He instead attempts to go for a reverse ring out. So as long as you block the reverse ring out, that basically means you can put yourself on -12 and 14 at a pretty consistent tick without having to worry about repercussions. It's just a matter of weathering like the big time storm.
Yeah, one thing I do want to call out here, one thing that was wrong was Ryan in that Ukemi situation there, where he got ground stunned. He could have Ukemi'd out of that, and that was huge. Even right there.
Well, that's difficult, right? It's very scary to Ukemi against Zalsalmo. That's kind of the built-in trap there.
Yeah, that is true. One of those things, like, doesn't know. Oh, man, he realigned right into that second hit. That's huge.
See, this is one of the other things that I'm kind of surprised I didn't talk about before because I just kind of realized it. We saw a lot of 2-2B from Ryan B. in the Talon matchup, right? Using 2-2B against a character like Zos is significantly harder because he's basically mono mid-Horis, so it becomes a lot more difficult to use some of those evasive defensive options that he wants to use. On top of that, one of the unconventional strengths, frankly speaking, I don't even know what the input is because it's just so rare that I actually get to see it, that Ryan B has been using. He basically has some sort of a string where he goes up into the air and he can either go into a Hori low or the mid that pseudo looks unblockable. And even when Sly was blocking appropriately, it was safe enough to where Ryan V was getting additional follow-ups. Pheromontris isn't playing that game whatsoever. Ryan V is going into the air, and he's just immediately 6K'ing it, which seems to give him a guaranteed curse virtually no matter what option Ryan V decides to choose with the rest of that strength.
Right now we got Ryan V with the costume. See if that does anything here. So far, it seems to be working out. But
trying to beat Pheromontris in terms of costume power is going to be tough, I gotta say.
Yeah. I've been saying this ever since I've been watching Pheromontris, you know, all the online circuits he plays. The only thing is I want him to fix that Steve Harvey mustache. It's just crooked, man. I don't know why it bothers me. It does.
Oh, I can see why a crooked mustache would bother you, yeah.
It's just not aesthetic, you know? And right now, finishing that string.
Trust me, you don't have to explain to me the benefits of having a non-crooked mustache. If there's one thing I want you to know about me, I know mustache angle. Everybody in chat, if there's one thing I want you to know about my entire life, is that I know about mustaches. That's all I want to say.
You know about Calibur and mustaches. You've been perfecting your
mustaches.
art.
If I have to choose one, mustaches. Capital M.
Oh man, he finishes that string. Doesn't get the follow up there, but he's gonna get that. That's gonna kill.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Wow. Imagine losing your entire health bar because you whiffed a 2A, dude.
Yeah, that's rough. I'll tell you this though, you know, out of all the players that we've seen Ryan play tonight, Pheromontris is the most composed. Oh, we haven't seen that button in a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's just the fact that, like, for one, I think the natural playstyle of Zos is not allowing Ryan V to do, like, the typical mashing or the typical, like, 2-2-Bs to try and get out of pressure. And for two, okay, does he end up getting a ring on it? No, okay.
Oh, he almost got the ring out, but he was trying to...
And for two, Pheromontris is definitely very composed with regards to dealing with some of these strings that even somebody like me, I'm not entirely sure what, like, the typical counterplay is. So, very good reactions by Pheromontris is going to be definitely a big obstacle that Ryan V is going to have to deal with. There's a huge amount of damage on the C. We'll see if he can end it with the Sophie. I think run up grab. I'll
tell you one thing that's been very rough too for Pheromontris is he's going for these moves that are just getting crushed all over the place, and it's just hate to just like especially when you're playing Zos, you know, a very like formulated character, you hate to see like your 4-6B get crushed or like, you know, your lows get crushed. And right now Ryan V, I think we're not giving him enough credit. Look at that tech crouch right there, high crush. You gotta give this guy credit where credit's due. He steps into the blades. That's a big boy. You gotta give Ryan V credit, man. These crushes are working. And it seems like uncharacteristic, but can he get it? Can't get it to go. I mean, bad angle.
I gotta say, I'm taking a look at Ryan V, and one of the other things that I'm noticing is that when he gets a GI, he very rarely attacks immediately. He seems to always attempt to bait a re-GI, and I wonder if that's something else that Pheromontris is going to be able to pick up on. I'm not sure. Getting a huge amount of Gar gauge trouble on Ryan V's side. Something tells me that's not necessarily going to be a big deal just yet, so we'll see.
Spending that curse immediately, trying to catch him.
Wow. Pheromontris is not spending bar. Okay, I was gonna say, boy, you devil dog, you. Okay, well, he's not Sly. He's not gonna run into that. Yeah, that's it. Just goes for very safe, very non-committal strings, just allowing, trying to get away. Because again, I feel like Ryan V is projecting a lot of that 2-2-B. And if I had to guess, if I was in Pheromontris' spot at least, I would be thinking, just as long as I ensure I don't lose to 2-2-B, I'll force Ryan V to start coming up with something else.
It is time.
And right now it's gonna boil down to this, right? So Ryan V got a lot of those antics out the way quickly. He slow it down because he's shown he can play defense. If he can play defense here, it's gonna just basically force Pheromontris to play a little bit differently. Like I said, Ryan V is getting a lot out of these crushes, right? You can't always rely on something like that to work. Beautiful punish by Pheromontris.
Yeah, it was a fantastic punish. Yeah, he's just kind of like, again, very like non-committal, just like effectively just forcing Ryan V into positions where it's like, if you're going to mash something, then I'm going to be ready with an attack. Until you come up with something else, this is what's going to be waiting for you. So Ryan V still has plenty of time. That's only 2 games. So, you know, Fairmunch is technically not even halfway done. Ryan V can figure something out. Unfortunately, he did get this stage again, which I bet he really doesn't like.
And Ryan V's got to cool it with these GIs, man. Like, GIs are a fantastic option in this game, but it's not always the right option. Oh, man. Put you guys ring.
Oh, my God. He got... Oh, man. I thought that... I'm pretty sure there's a ring out if he was ready for it. Oh, well, speaking of ring out, he doesn't get his either.
He had him.
Oh, there it is.
That'll do it, 2-2-B.
Boy, everybody's just dancing around multiple ring out opportunities. This is what happens when you're on this stage, and this is what I'm assuming Ryan V did not want to have happen again. I might be wrong, but... seems like Ryan V is trying to take a much more, more lame approach here, which I think is probably the way to go. I think this is appropriate. The problem is just trying to come up with that mid-range spacing game and going with, like, smaller pokes that don't necessarily lose to Zasa's more damaging but slower pokes. We'll see if that ends up being the way that he goes.
Exactly. You want to play some small caliber here with Sophie. Sophie has one of the best moves in the game in 1K. You have to use that. You have to get that life lead. Because look what happens when Fairmunch isn't pressure. Look at, oh my God, that's so insane.
He got soul attack to whip. How did he do that? Man, oh man.
Oh my goodness.
I play a much shorter range character.
Her into the ground. Oh
yeah.
Man.
I play a much shorter range character, so the idea that anybody gets Sophie soul attack to just whip and be able to get a whip punish on top of things just doesn't make sense to me. But that was fantastic preparation that I think we saw exemplified throughout the entirety of the 3rd game, where Fairmunch is giving Ryan V just enough of a cushion to where if he ends up doing a move that's like safe on block or a slightly fast move on whiff, and then Ryan V is going to end up like throwing out another button on top of it, typically an 8-way run type button, Fairmunch is giving him just enough to, spacing to tempt him. That's exactly the kind of spacing that I'm talking about. Just giving him just enough room to be tempted to do something, and then like try to whip punish accordingly. So very masterful stuff from Fairmunch so far.
Oh yeah, he's locked in right now. Not taking it away from Ryan B, man. It's been a pleasure to watch this guy play tonight. You gotta switch it up against somebody that got the read on you. Beautiful duck, beautiful 3K. Puts the curse on. Oh my goodness, Fairmunch is feeling himself. Oh. He was out of range, but oh my goodness. One of Zasa's most unsafe buttons is being used against Ryan. Ryan's game plan is falling apart at the seams, man.
Yeah, he's having a real tough time understanding like the mid-range spacing. Kind of the only spacing we're seeing from Ryan V so far is either he is all the way across the screen from Fairmunch or he's right in his face. He might need to get more comfortable with the mid-range stuff, but that's honestly more... It's easier said than done. There are a handful of additional moves you could be using as counter-hit tools, things like 6K, things like... well, 1K is one of the ones that we've been talking about kind of a lot. There are other moves that are a little bit faster that could definitely help him out. He ends up getting a good duck for that grab, but just like a string like this is a string that he's gone to a significant degree, and it really hasn't been working out against Fairmunch specifically. He's getting a lot of damage out of this.
Alright, watch when it zooms in. You'll see it's crooked. You see it.
Hey, if I understand correctly, just because I'm also reading the chat, I believe Anya has just confirmed that we did in fact reach the donation goal. So special shout outs to all of the SoulCalibur community. I'm frankly, knowing what the SoulCalibur community has been able to pull off in the past, I'm not really surprised at all. So I appreciate the fact that everybody was able to live up to my expectations.
Yeah, right now, Ryan is expecting a miracle to happen here, but Zasa's
fantastic segue, by the way. Trying to use that expression. I like that.
Basically, preventing that miracle from happening. My goodness.
It's a good amount of damage here. Yeah, he continues with the follow, so he's going to potentially get this, Yep, okay, he ends up getting it. Okay, so now we're out 1 round to 2 to keep Ryan V in here. The problem is that if he has to spend the bar for each one of them, he's not going to have anything for the last round. So I hope he's able to win one of these rounds, or potentially force Fairmunch to spend his own meter, and then he won't be at a disadvantage for the last game.
Yeah. You know, meter utilization is such a huge thing, man. It's so important. Oh my god, great step on the low.
Yeah, see, the string is just not working out, dude. Like, it's just not getting you what you want. Oh, he's not out, right? No, he's not. He's just like a trip up into the most gigantic combo humanly possible. Yeah, all right. Well, now you're almost dead. Thank God it
great
wasn't a
guess,
ring out
great
though,
guess.
right?
Yeah, that was a great guess situation. Just pretty much checkmated there, but
Yeah, I appreciate the
man.
A6. I think the A6 from Pheromontress was a very smart idea. Again, just a very non-committal, can't get reverse rung out off of a situation like that. He doesn't have to worry about 2-2B necessarily. He doesn't have to worry about any of the strings that are being used to, keep track of all that kind of stuff. So he can just do something very safe, very easy, and he'll be fine. Oh, okay, we're going with Cassandra?
Okay. We'll go with the other Alexander sister. So let's see what. I think Zoss slightly wins this. Just because Cassandra gets a little bit like what's the right word? She can get tunnel vision really easy. Even like at the higher level, when you see a lot of higher level Cassandras, they typically go for the same stuff.
He got a full combo off of that.
But
That was a
Zoss
back
being a big
turn.
boy, unfortunately getting clipped by that. But we'll see what happens here. It's definitely gonna mix up the tempo here. It's just throw Terra Munches off. Oh, he almost got rung out there. Very
Wow, that
interesting.
was-
He went for GI. He almost got rung out.
That really sucked. That was the only. Remember how I said before that? Oh wait, is that out? Yeah, that's.
Oh, that was the nastiest corner pocket
yeah.
angle. Got him.
But I just wanted to mention. Remember how I said earlier that when Ryan V was playing Sophie, basically every time he got a GI, he would always bait the re-GI/RE. He would always go for something that was like slow enough. That was the one time as a new character that Ryan V actually decided to take advantage of his GI. And what do you know? Pheromontress RE'd. Like, if he had gone with the option that he went with every other single time, he would have won that round. He ended up winning the round anyway, but it's just really funny that I always hate it when my opponents automatically adapt to my adaptations. I find it very rude. I find it very rude that they're able to pull that off. I'm very surprised that Ryan B decided to spend meter on a round that's almost like kind of lost. Okay, it ends up getting hit. Fine for us. Yep, ends up getting with the uppercut.
Back here. One thing that is killing Ryan B is you gotta know when to at least attempt a Ukemi, man. Him staying on the floor and hitting these two A plus Bs and keeping them grounded, oh man, it's just shambling. It's just allowing very much to get all this pressure out. I'm surprised very much didn't finish the string. If he's not gonna Ukemi, he's probably not gonna dump that into that string.
I do want to mention, unless somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe this is tournament point for Pheromontress. If he wins this game, then that is going to be the end of the tournament. He already has a bit of a guard gauge problem, which is typical against Cassandra, but he does have quite a lot of meter. I don't know how he's going to use it, because now he has to worry about this guard crush. Yeah. But how is he going to utilize it? He's going to punch a lot of things.
He gets two of them things.
Okay.
Oh, all that momentum is gone now.
Oh no, he tried to GI on reaction.
I think the curse there. Interesting.
Yeah, I think he just like kind of wanted like the max damage instead.
Yeah.
Something that I see Pheromontress do from time to time. It doesn't necessarily work out. So both of them spend a bar, meaning that Pheromontress has a bit of a meter lead, but that guard crush is just ever looming. It's just going to be the matter of making sure that Brian B does not get too overzealous in trying to complete said guard crush, because that's how you can end up getting in trouble against somebody to the caliber of Pheromontress.
That ain't Sophie. Oh man, Sophie has been able to get out of that, but Sandra, little sister, can't get out of that, man. She was not able to tech crouch that 4-6B, and oh, it cost her. What did it cost her? Everything. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I mean, basically that entire combo like solidified this last round, and see, now we're in a situation where both of them are in a guard crush trouble. Yeah, he didn't have to. I mean, that one combo was enough, right? So he decides to spend meter now. Cassandra in a little bit of a guard trouble, but that doesn't really matter for a character that can control her guard gauge to that degree. Ends up getting the back 2B plus K into Divine Force, sure. Has a lot of meter on his side on top of things. I don't know how he's going to utilize it, if at all. If he even needs to.
Oh man.
That is not what Pheromontress wants. There's no way in hell.
Option. I just got set. Oh man. Okay.
So yeah, the GI isn't going to work if you get hit by a raw unblockable, I guess. So that didn't end up panning out.
Hey, shout out to Ryan B. Ryan B on the board here. You know, it's definitely, he's locked into the Cassandra pick now. You gotta die on this hill now. But hey, at least you got something on the board. Let's see what you can do here. Pheromontress, I know he's kind of beating himself up here probably because he didn't get to use all that meter he wanted to. And a lot of the times he went for safer options, they got crushed. Just like when we saw Ryan B playing Sophie, we saw a lot of weird crushing situations. See if he can prevent that from happening. Oi, nice.
Wow, that was a hell of a 4-6B. Oh,
Again?
he's just poking at a mid-range with 4-6B. Oh, you're dead. You became dead, my friend.
Oh, stop!
Oh, he's not dead yet, but he still has that
No,
curse.
he's basically dead.
Yeah.
He's basically. Oh,
We've seen Ryan B make these kind of comebacks before. Okay, well he ends up running into the 6A.
Oh man, he's swagging on him.
Battle to
Oh man, once I saw that second wall spot, I was like, yo.
This is the really tough thing, is the fact that like Ryan V is locked into Cassandra at this point. He needs to win 4 more games before Pheromontress wins 1, just to make this comeback. I don't know if the Cassandra is going to have an expiration date or not, like all the Halloween candy that I assume Cassandra's costume is themed after. Good punish.
Yeah, but one thing that has been keeping Ryan B in this, even with Sophie, you know, certain things, you know, little things, you know, matter at Calibur. Zos having the second largest hitbox in the game. He's been getting clipped by all types of weird things. So you gotta use that. Oh, it doesn't take the damage.
Yeah, I think Ryan V ended up getting a little bit of an input error. He had the perfect sidestep, but didn't actually end up getting any capitalization off of it. It may not matter. He may end up getting this round anyway. He just has to weather the storm that Pheromontress is going to do because of the stage positioning. Okay, I think he's effectively out.
I saw the CE.
Yeah.
I knew it was happening because I was like, wait a minute, he's playing a little bit weird here. Ryan V was playing a little bit weird too. He didn't go
because he only needed one more hit. He only needed one more hit, and he just wanted to like
He
weather the storm. You know, it's tough. It's a tough situation. On top of that, he does have to worry about a guard crush. But again, Cassandra can actually control her guard gauge to a certain degree with certain moves. Okay, well.
Booty ball.
Oh man.
Big GI.
Thank God he got that GI. That was it. I can't believe he went for AAA. Zos could have rung him out for that. Okay, clear that Zos is going for a ring out at this point.
He went for the big boy launcher. A lot of startup on that. That's the guard gauge. It's gonna break. 4-4 B lethal hit looking crazy right now. What is he gonna do? Alright, he's out of danger. Back into the danger zone. Pheromontress thinking here.
Pheromontress is thinking, I want that guard crush. Pheromontress could not have made it more obvious that the only thing he was interested in was doing a guard crush that would end in a ring out. So I feel like if he ends up playing that way, it could potentially give Ryan B another opportunity for another game. Don't want to allow that guard crush to dictate the pace too much. Ends up going for a -12 punish on something that's at least -18. I'm kind of surprised by that. Oh, that's the wall. Is he dead?
What? No, he's not dead. He's in a weird spot, though. He's in a bad spot.
Yeah, he's dead.
That's dead.
That's real tough. I don't really know what you're supposed to do there, yeah.